Doesn't matter how much money you earn, it doesn't matter which status you have. What really matters, and that's the key, I would say, it's the degree of attachment to it.
Oh,
You can earn
100%.
100K per week and
Yeah.
you have absolutely no attachment to it and you live a liberation, freedom life. Or you earn 10,000, I mean, I just say
Yeah,
numbers,
yeah, 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 yeah.
10,000 per week, and you're so attached on it that once it's gone, you just break in thousand pieces. So the degree
Yeah.
of attachment towards the external thing in our life makes the misery. But please go
Yeah.
ahead. Very
No,
interesting.
but everything you're saying, you're like, yeah, it's funny. Like, I don't know, how old were you when you had, I guess, an epiphany, or when you came to start to think about the things that you're talking about now, that you're obviously so well versed with, because it's who you are and that sort of thing. Because when I finished playing footy, I went into business, and I got into a bit of trouble business wise. I got sucked in by a guy who said I'm all about integrity. Anyway, things were getting pretty heavy. And as things were getting heavier, I started thinking about all the things in my life, and I started reading books, and I started reading, books about spirituality and all that sort of stuff. So that was my first sort of angle into it, right? And it started about my 30s. And that's when I started to become conscious. And then, obviously you slip back into your old ways, because the old habits are hard to break, right? And so then I found partying and drugs and all that sort of bullshit. But I always had that underlying feeling of, this isn't who I am, this isn't who I am. So at what age did you start to feel like, okay, hey, I'm something different to other, I'm different to this external stuff that I'm associating my beliefs to?
It was always in my life consistently, but as you said, I can confirm the inner voice was always there. Like the ego let's say it in that way. The ego was always on the driver's seat till my 40th birthday. And
Your
and when I say till
40th.
till my 40th birthday, the ego was on
Wow.
the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Of course, the heart was always whispering, "Hey, I'm here. Don't forget me." Deep down,
Yeah.
you said when you sit there and you enjoy nature, and you're in this somehow in the spin of the ego, the heart is there. It's never gone completely. But
Yeah.
it took me 40 years in my life to really take the call. And I mean, there are many words for it. It's the awakening, it's the spiritual, it's the call, however it is.
Yeah.
However you want to name it, at the end, it's the same what you're saying. There's just only one truth. It's the spirituality.